Are you two married? Did we secretly get married and no one knows about it? Does having Juno by your side help with learning Korean? Are y'all dating for fun or for marriage? Marriage. Excuse me? This video has been done in collaboration with NordVPN. Hi friends, my name is Hunter Bernay and I'm a country bumpkin residing in the beautiful Seoul, South Korea. And I am back again with my handsome boyfriend Juno.
It's hard to lie.
Here we go. We're already starting off this way, huh? A couple of weeks ago, Juno and I asked for questions here on YouTube and also on Instagram. Any questions about our relationship, how we met, things like that. We wanted to come on here and film a video talking about and answering your questions for us.
We had like 16 to 20 questions, and I think it would be fun talking about past and now, and also answering to those questions. It'd be fun.
Hi friends. This video has been done in collaboration with NordVPN. Whether you live abroad, travel regularly, or spend your time surfing the internet, a reliable VPN is so important. I live in South Korea, but a lot of my favorite shows are broadcast back home. NordVPN helps me watch my favorite shows real time, or at least as close to real time as I can get, so that I don't have to miss out and get spoiled. This amazing software also offers online data protection and threat protection so that you can feel safe while you're surfing the web. NordVPN also has a dark web monitor to notify you about leaks and if your online information has been compromised. And with just one NordVPN account, you can protect up to 6 devices. Lastly, NordVPN offers 24/7 customer service and support, as well as a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you are interested in trying out NordVPN risk-free, you can use my link, nordvpn.com/hbrenay, included here, down in the description box, and in the pinned comment. And once again, I want to thank NordVPN for partnering with me on this video. So question number 1, who takes the longest getting ready? Why are you laughing?
Well, isn't it pretty obvious?
It's me.
Hunter takes longer time getting prepared, definitely. Obviously. I believe it's worth waiting for it. Yeah, it's worth waiting. And sometimes I do fall asleep.
He does. He does. Question number 2. What do you like most about each other? I'll let you go first.
The thing I like the most about Hunter is that she's very similar with me. Like, the way she thinks, the way she talks, the way she does things is quite similar. And it's amazing because she's American and I'm Korean. We're supposed to have cultural difference, but it's amazing and interesting to see how similar we are. That makes me really comfortable. I think that's what makes this relationship more steady.
For me, what I like most about Juno is Juno has a really big nurturing side to him. Very caring, very nurturing. This sometimes what feels like motherly energy. I'm joking, but jokes aside, for you being so caring and so nurturing, it's so different to see guys like that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The question, you want to read question number 3?
Question number 3. How did he...
Oh my, never mind. I'm gonna read it.
I'm almost blind if I don't have my glasses.
Bad over here. Question number 3. How did you two meet? So actually, before this video, Juno and I filmed a how we met video where we talk about our story and getting started in this relationship. That video will be linked up above in the... I never know which side it's... We're assuming this side. Watch it be this side. So you point that way, I'll point this way. It's linked. So the video is linked up above, and also I will include it in the description box down below. But thank you for the question. Next question. Being that you're Black and he's Korean, when y'all are in public, are there ever any questions?
Well, there aren't any questions because, as you know, Koreans are really shy. They're careful about those kind of things. I can see that a lot of people stare at us. Well, mostly when it's the younger teenagers or in their 20s, 30s, it's out of curiosity. I can feel that. But when it's like the old guys, they're creepy. they have those creepy way of staring at her. It's not really a pleasant experience, to be honest. I'm just hoping that it's out of curiosity.
I think our personal connections, like friends and family, they've been curious about how we met each other. Those are the only questions we've gotten, but nothing from strangers on the street. They're not bold like that. Okay, next question. What is your favorite snack or food that Juno has put you on while living in Korea? I think that's tough to answer because if anything, it's been the opposite. Because I've been in Korea for quite a while, so I have the snacks and foods that I like to eat. I think I'm introducing Juno to more Western style foods, not so much snacks. She's not a big snacker.
It's kind of weird and interesting because it's American introducing Western food in Korea to a Korean, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
She took me to this restaurant called Linus Barbecue, and ever since I really started liking pulled pork. And at that restaurant, they also had sweet tea and fried okra. Also, Hunter likes having brunch, American style brunch, not Italian or French. Pancakes, scrambled eggs, sausage, bacons. Because of her, I'm kind of influenced, and I'm really liking having American breakfast, especially pancake.
Next question. Does having Juno by your side help with learning Korean? No.
Imagine you guys talking to a toddler. It's not impossible. It's possible to have conversation with them, but it takes time. There are difficulties. Hunter is very smart and she's picking it up very quickly. For now, having a long conversation in Korean is a little difficult for us. We're gonna need some time.
And the beauty about learning the language that Juno and his family and friends speak is through my interactions with them, I'm getting a lot more practice. Because yes, Juno is fluent in English. His sister is also fluent, in my opinion. But everyone else in his life, they aren't that good. So I'm using a lot of Korean when I'm communicating with his friends and his family, and so I'm getting my practice.
I'm providing the situation where she can actually communicate with locals in Korea.
Next question. When was the moment that we realized that we really liked each other? We got this question a couple different ways. Another one was, what was it that made you both say, I like you? What was it that made you both say, I want to be with you?
So there was this moment when Hunter went back to America for vacation, and that was like a month after we've been together. I came here because she asked me to water her plants. So I came here every weekend, and the first time I came here, like the lights were all off, the curtains was closed, no one was there, the room was cold. I felt like really empty, felt like vacant. That's a moment when I thought, I really need her in my life.
So the moment that I realized that I liked Juno, he had planned a date for us to go to a concert, prepared everything, bought the tickets. And that week prior to the concert, I was going back and forth with myself about my feelings for him. And if I was going to take that next step. It's really sweet because that day, as soon as I saw you, I remember my face lit up. It's like I saw this beautiful, not halo, but just this aura around him. He said it to me after the date was finished and we were heading home, but he felt like I was a lot more affectionate with him that day, and holding his hand and expressing things about the future. Stop cheesing. Cut it out. So next question is about our personalities. Are they similar or are they different? If you watch our How We Met video, we talk about how similar our personalities were, and the same still stands. We're both ENFJs. We are on different spectrums of those identifiers of personalities. Like Juno is a lot more of an extrovert than I am. He likes to be out and about in the world. Versus when it comes to more emotional things, I'm a bit more in tune with my emotions and able to convey them more, I guess, comfortably. In the ENFJ, the J part, I think we differ a lot. I'm a lot more structured and much more of a planner than Juno is, and sometimes to a fault. We all have to admit our faults sometimes. So we've butted heads over that from time to time. Because
she asked like a week before our date, oh, where are we going? What time are we leaving? What are we gonna do?
I think those are valid questions.
Well, they are. They definitely are, but what time are we gonna leave? Depends.
Okay, but hold on. For my people who wear makeup and don't only take 5 minutes in the bathroom,
Yeah, well, yeah.
it's good to know what time you're leaving so that you can plan accordingly. Because what time I leave, I start getting ready an hour before then. So then that will tell me what time I have to wake up. There's method to the madness, okay? You just need to hop on board.
Well, but I'm the one who's planning like where we're gonna go, what we're gonna do.
We're working on this, as you can see.
I'm actually curious how Americans date. Because in Korea, normally the guy does all the planning, preparing. The girl just sits in the car, enjoy. That's how normally it goes on. I don't know how it is in America.
From my experience in America, it's a lot more 50-50. You're often planning things together, or if one person says, I want to take the lead, they take the lead. And usually whoever initiates the date request is the one who pays and does things. So let's say I invite you to the movies. And I say, let's make it a date. Then I'm probably going to be the one to maybe buy the tickets. And then maybe you can offer to buy the food, but also usually that person would also say like, oh, I planned this date, so I'll pay. At least that's my experience. But then you do have, because I am a woman, I have gone on dates with men who said, I'm going to pay for everything. And as you've seen through me, like, I'm just not that comfortable with that because when you pay for everything, then there's expectations if things don't go your way. Anyways, tangent over. Also, we'd love y'all's input about dating in your region, in your part of the country, part of the state, anything. Let Juno know and also let me know. How do your friends and family feel about your relationship? And we had a couple different iterations of this question, but friends and family.
Hunter has met my friends, several of them, and they're really interested in her, and especially about how we got to meet each other. They're really encouraging and cheering our relationship. Especially, there's a previous video of us going to Everland with Yeonsu couple. The guy's name is Yeonsu and the girl's name is also Yeonsu. Anyways, they're really cheering us, and they hope to see us get married in the close future, which I really appreciated. About my family, Hunter is starting to meet them and getting to know them bit by bit. We're going on a family trip together tomorrow. Yeah, I hope we get a little more closer and intimate.
From my perspective, it's a little bit more difficult because my family's not here. So Juno has met my friends here in Korea. You're very close with some of my close friends that are here, and they've accepted him into the family with open arms. We've had video calls with my family. He's met my mom. My mom really likes him. And you've talked to my brother-in-law, my sister, and Corinne, who he's most interested in impressing. We're at that stage in our relationship where we're meeting the people who are important in each other's lives and building that foundation so that when we do take the next step, it won't be a surprise to anyone. Oh, this is a really good question. What made you guys get relationship rings? Why was it important for you to have them? And then also a question about the tradition behind the couple rings.
So the meaning of having a ring between couples is quite different from Americans and Korean. What I felt was Americans, when they get a ring, then it means more like a marriage, very official and serious relationship. But in Korea, of course, it's a very serious relationship. It's more like, I wouldn't say light, but kind of more cute. It's not that heavy. It happens a lot in between couples, and normally we get rings on the 100th day of the relationship. Yeah, I guess it's a cultural difference.
I've always thought that the couple ring was a way to say I'm committed to this relationship and seeing where this goes. Very similar to promise rings that we have in America, but much more earlier on. For us, we didn't necessarily have the idea of couple rings. This was introduced by our friend Jay. So he is in a very long-term and committed relationship with my friend Saga. They got couple rings when they became a couple, and he's just, I guess, the couple ring endorser. Everyone needs to get a couple ring. Yeah. He encouraged us to look into it if that was something that we could afford and that we could do together, and I thought that it would be a great display of our relationship. So I have the gold and he has the silver. Next question, how tall are y'all? I am 168 centimeters. That is 5 feet 6.5 inches.
I am 165 centimeters, which is 5.5.
5 feet 5 inches.
5 feet 5 inches.
What is your preferred type of date?
I prefer going on a more active outdoors dating. For example, I like traveling. I like going to nice cafes, go bowling, go play, I don't know, sports. I really like doing something more active.
I am similar, but also different. There is that part of me that enjoys outdoor things with people, interactive, active, fun. But there is that part of me that enjoys like a quiet, calm, cozy day inside, watching a movie, watching television shows, playing video games.
Like, she likes a mix. For example, go have dinner and then take a walk or do something outside and then come back home and have a movie night. I know you. I know her now.
Okay, next question. Are y'all dating for fun or for marriage? We should do a countdown.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Marriage. Excuse me? Excuse me?
Of course, marriage. I said marriage, right? Of course, I was joking. We're in a very serious relationship.
Next question. Are you two married? Are we married yet? Did we secretly get married and no one knows about it? We'll leave it up to you to find out. Our final question. Oh, Judo, it's a question for you. So, your boyfriend speaks English well. Was he exposed to cultures outside of Korea growing up?
First of all, the answer is yes. I lived in many different kind of countries, not so long. So I was in America for about 2 years, and I was in Canada for about 2.5 years when I was in high school. And I also went to Russia and Belarus as an exchange student because my major had to do something with Russia.
This was in college, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when I learned many different kinds of languages and had experience abroad.
Okay, so those are majority of the questions that we got. We weren't able to answer everything just for time's sake, but if there are any further questions that you have for us as a couple or us as individuals, feel free to leave those in the comments down below. We really enjoy talking about our story because it is still very fresh, and anything that we can say and offer to you all, we will. Any closing remarks?
Subscribe.
Comment. Thank you once again for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Bye.